Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to share my thoughts of the day with everyone. For one, we cannot do all the advocating by ourselves. If we want to see change, we need all of our supporters to be involved. We need people across the state to be involved and support us at our events. If we can't get the support from the inmates' families, how do you expect us to win? It's almost impossible. We know how corrupt our parole board is, and I don't see it changing for the better unless we take the step and get our bill introduced and passed through our legislation. But that's going to come with your support. We are working around the clock to be able to accomplish our goals, but we have to show that we have support from the public. And I guarantee we're not going to let people down. We're not going to back out. With Candace's leadership, we will win. But we have to pull everyone together. For example, coming up this month on May 11th, we have a community meeting in Columbus. But on May 17th is our big event, maybe one of our largest of the year. We are hosting a national protest. Um, we will meet on May 17th on a corner of State and South High, right in front of the State House at 11 a.m. We need people across the state. We need all people involved. So it's going to take, you know, many of us to work together. Organizations, please work with us. Other states, please work on a protest the same day, at the same time, in a center located place in your state. We are protesting unfair parole practices and unfair treatment of inmates. Now, if your state does not have a parole board, I'm sure inmates are still being treated unfair, such as a lack of medical, abuse from the staff, and we know that is national. We get complaints throughout the state of Ohio on this. So people cannot tell me that Florida doesn't have problems, California doesn't have problems. I know firsthand that they do. I've talked to inmates from those states. Um, you know, I've had several inmates call me in the past. I know exactly how Ohio is. After doing 25 years, I've seen firsthand the abuse that takes place, um, and the mistreatment of inmates. Now, we don't believe every single person that goes to the parole board deserves a parole, but we do believe every single person deserves a fair hearing, going by their conduct, their programming, um, and so much more than that. We get tired of hearing we're denying you because nature of offense. Most people are not that way anymore. They were maybe at the beginning, those that were actually guilty. That we also have wrongful convictions, which means you might be guilty of something, just not what you were convicted of. And then the totally innocent people that did not commit the crime in any means. So we have to pull together as a community, as a state, as a nation. And I see things changing nationwide. I see things changing in the state of Ohio, and I'm hoping and praying that it will be for the better. Beverly Seymour took over a year to draft our proposal up, and she did a lot of research. She got a lot of input from inmates, and I believe this is the right way to go. Now, we also may circulate a petition in the future to try to get it on the ballot, but you're talking about a lot of money to promote it: TV commercials, radio commercials, literature. Um, we'd have to count on the public if we wanted to win something like that. But let's right now work on our bill that was sent to the bill room by a state rep, by the way. Um, that doesn't mean it's going to pass, but I believe we have a good shot at it. I don't think we're asking for anything unrealistic. But if you'd like to download a copy of our proposal as well as the questionnaire that goes into inmates, please do it at www.fairtreatmentreformandreentry.org. Again, it is www.fairtreatmentreformandreentry.org. And let's pull together. Also, we are asking for donations. This is getting to be a very costly campaign, and that's what we're in right now, is a campaign for the lives of the men and women, because some of them are getting older. We have elderly inmates in there, 70s, 80s, and even 90s, that should have been home 20, 30 years ago. So we're fighting for their lives. We're fighting that juveniles get brought right back up to the board and released as well. I personally do not believe juveniles should be sentenced or convicted as adults. There's juvenile institutions for that purpose. And a lot of times juveniles act out what they're taught, and sometimes it's at home, sometimes it's at school. So let's rehabilitate the young people instead of putting them in the adult prison. If you'd like to make a small donation of any amount, please, we need your help at www.fairtreatmentreformandreentry.org. Again, that is www.fairtreatmentreformandreentry.org, or drop us an email at fairtreatmentreform@gmail.com, fairtreatmentreform@gmail.com, or give us a call at 614-404-4924. Just a reminder who our executive board is. My name is James Cronenberg. I'm the founder of Fair Treatment Reform and Reentry. Our president is Candace Hudson. Our vice president is Gina McCullis from Cleveland. Our finance officer is Terry Croson. So, folks, we are asking for your help. There's no need to bash anyone. This is a time to come together, a time to work together, a time to bring unity. And I know it's possible. I'm starting to see it. Our group has really grown in the last several months. And we're getting to be known statewide and in other states as well. So if you're willing to work with us and willing to assist us, willing to maybe work at a table for us on our behalf at a state fair, if you would be willing to check in your county about getting a table for us at a state fair, that would be awesome. Parades, we need to be in parades. We need to really get the word out who we are, and what we stand for. But it's going to take the community pulling together. Churches, we need you. We need you to allow myself and Candace to speak in your church, in your civic groups, in your community groups. Please set up a time that we could come in and share what our mission and our vision is with Fair Treatment Reform and Reentry. Again, drop us an email at fairtreatmentreform@gmail.com, or check out our website at www.fairtreatmentreformandreentry.org, or give us a call at 614-404-4924. And folks, we appreciate all your support. We appreciate the financial assistance we have gotten, but we are far from what we need to win this campaign. So please work with us, everyone.